Okay guys, hello, my name is Olympio Tuns and today I will be your host here for a new live trading session for today. Sorry, here it's June 8th. Okay, and first of all, please take a short moment to read the risk disclaimer before we'll start this live webinar, this live trading session. Also, I'm waiting for messages, for questions. We'll start talking about gold. Unfortunately, our position in gold has reached our stop loss, but we'll still have the Brent oil, which is trading in the green. Also, we still have the GBP versus the Japanese yen, guys. So, okay, so please take a short moment to read the risk disclaimer. It is very important for you to understand the risks when trading in financial markets. Hello Arman, Hussein, Aline, how are you? Giovanni, how are you guys? Kim, how are you guys? I don't know if gold will be up, but the bias is still bullish. We'll take a look on gold soon. Okay, yeah, the Brent long is still open. Now I will show you one moment. So here is our real account, live trading account, VIP learn to trade signals. So Brent oil, it is still open. Okay. Okay. Hi Giovanni. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so the position in Brent is still open. Right now the position is in profit, I believe 36 pips, and the bias is still bullish. Maybe it will still continue to increase, guys. So let's start our webinar with Brent. So here we have the UK oil, or Brent. We'll talk about Bitcoin as well, thank you. No, for us, the Brent oil didn't reach the stop loss. I will take a look again, but as I've told you, the price of Brent oil didn't reach the stop loss for us in our real account, VIP real account. So as you can see here, the position is still open, 71.15. now the stop loss is at 71.15 at break even, and our take profit is at 72.10, guys. So the position is still open for us here. Yeah, maybe the position was closed because maybe your brokerage company has different prices, or because of the spread. And take a look here. The price of Brent has tested and retested, registering only false breakdowns here below the weekly pivot point, and now is trading in the green here on the 4-hour chart. So the bias is still bullish, and maybe it will continue to increase, and maybe it will approach and reach our take profit. And let's hope that we'll recover that loss registered in gold today. Unfortunately, the price of gold has reacted badly to the US trade balance. So please take a look here. Retest of the weekly pivot point here on the 1-hour chart, and right now the price could maybe continue its growth here. So our stop loss is at break even, and personally I believe that right now maybe it could continued to increase after closing above today's former high, above 71.50, but we decided to manage this position to move our stop loss at break even to protect, to secure this trade here. So we'll have to wait to see what will really happen, but the bias was bullish here. As you can see, we have an uptrend. The price has decreased a little here in the short term. It has printed something like a potential channel here, down channel, and as you can see here, right now the price of Brent oil has registered an aggressive breakout, an upside breakout, signaling strong buyers after all these retests here of the weekly pivot point. So the bias is bullish and the price could continue to increase. Okay. If the video is not clear, please click on settings and click the quality button there and please select a higher quality. Thank you. Okay. No Arman. So, or you can do whatever you want, but for us, our stop loss is at break even. Okay. Hussein, what broker you recommend for non-US? So please email support for if you want to get a recommendation. But here personally I'm using, or we are using for our real account here, we use AvaTrade. Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about gold, guys. So we had a bad trade here in gold today. Our entry was here at 1,900 and our stop loss was right here, I believe 1889.45, right below this former low. And maybe you are wondering why we decided today to go long on gold again after yesterday's long in gold. So yesterday we registered a nice profit in gold. So the price of gold has decreased a little after registering a new higher high here today at 1903.38. It has decreased to retest the static support here, also the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So it was still in a buyer's territory here after registering this strong growth yesterday. It has decreased to retest the medium line here, and as you can see right now it's still traded above the medium line, but unfortunately it has registered this aggressive sell-off, aggressive drop. Let's take a look also on the economic calendar. Here the trade balance, the US trade balance, it has registered a good growth here from 70.0 to 78.9, even if the indicator has failed to reach 68.5, it has reached 68.9. It was still maybe a good data here, and the price of gold has registered a strong sell-off from this today's high here from 1903.93, guys. So yeah, we registered a small loss here in gold, but don't worry, guys, because these things happens in trading. That's why we used a tight stop loss right below this former low around 1889.45, guys. And right now the price of gold has registered here only a false breakdown with great separation below the weekly pivot point 1888.05, and now is traded back above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Yeah, we'll talk about Adam, we'll talk about the GBP versus the Japanese yen. We still have that pending order, that buy stop. Okay. Andrew, why don't we try to buy limit instead of buy stop to decrease the risk by on weakness strategy? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. If you want to use buy limits, sell limits, or something like that, you can use it. But this it was our decision here to place a buy stop. As I've told you, the bias is still bullish despite the current sell-off, despite this drop here, because let's take a look here, because on Thursday the US is to release its inflation data, core CPI, and consumer price index. So gold is used as an edge for inflation, and if the data will maybe come in line with expectations, or if the economic indicators will register an important growth above expectations, then maybe the price of gold could jump higher again. So this it was only a temporary reaction here. Our position was an intraday trade here. Okay. Yeah, Fabian, there are bad days, people, be kind. Now, these things happen, and yeah, personally I'm not upset about this loss. It was, we risked only 1% of our real account, so this is nothing for us. We are still up more than 7% in our real account, so this is nothing for us, and we are about, I don't know, maybe 0.80% now in June, and I believe that will grow this account. So yeah, we have bad trades as well, guys, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait to see right now, because unfortunately its failure here to stabilize right above 1900 psychological level signaled that the pressure is high. Okay, but personally I really believe that only something like this, maybe a drop, stabilization right below the medium line, and the potential new lower low could really signal a strong drop here. That's why I've told you that the bias is still bullish, and the price of gold could still increase despite this sell-off here. And personally I believe that if the price will stay above the medium line, test, retest, and this time we'll have to wait maybe for a valid breakout above this psychological level, maybe for a new higher high before really deciding to go long again here in gold. And once we'll get confirmation here, maybe I will come back maybe with a new potential buying opportunity here in gold, guys. Yeah, Fabian. I never risk more than 0.5%. Yeah, great. Yeah, our recommendation is it's 1%, but you can use and you can risk less if you cannot afford to lose maybe an important part of your capital, or if you don't want to lose more money, so you can use even lower risk per trade. Okay, so let's start with the DXY because it is very important. So we'll have to wait to see what will really happen on gold in the short term. I told you that I need confirmation right now, and let's take a look here on gold, guys. The price is still the rate, the DXY, the US dollar index, is still trapped within this up channel between the warning line, between the warning line and 350% Fibonacci line, which acts as a dynamic support, right? The price has rallied here, the price has retested here, the weekly pivot point 90.14, and let's wait and see, because personally I believe that maybe a valid breakdown below this dynamic support will indicate a potential drop here, which will signal that the US dollar will maybe depreciate versus its rivals. And if the DXY will stay above this dynamic support, test, retest, and if it will make maybe a new higher high, stabilization here could signal maybe a potential growth, which will signal that the US dollar could depreciate a little in the short term versus its rivals. Okay, but you should keep in mind that this up channel here, this minor up channel, is seen as a potential continuation pattern, so a breakdown here could signal further decline, guys. Okay, so here unfortunately the price has failed to stabilize right above 90.28, 90.17, or to stabilize right above 23.6 to really confirm maybe a potential upside reversal. Okay, so the pressure is still high, and right now the DXY, the US dollar index, is located right below the weekly pivot point. So a potential breakdown here, a new lower low here, could really signal a further drop towards 89.68, which will really signal a potential drop registered by the US dollar. Okay, I will take a look again. Hamza, Gospel, Hamza. So let's take a look again on our trade on Brent oil. So this is the last time I will show you this one, because for us it is still open. Okay, it is still in profit, a nice profit here. Our stop loss, it is at break even. Okay, so for us it wasn't closed at, I don't know, stop loss, or at I don't know what. Okay, okay, so our position is still open in Brent oil here, and I will come back with updates into the VIP Telegram group as soon as maybe we will decide maybe to close half, or maybe when the price will reach our take profit, or if we'll decide maybe to manage it to close a part of this trade, or if the price will approach and reach our stop loss at break even. Okay, okay, so let's take a look also on GBP versus the Japanese yen. So if you are maybe at a different broker, yeah, it depends on spread, it depends on maybe the price could differ from brokerage company to another brokerage company. So let's take a look here. I will delete this one from here on the GBP versus the Japanese yen. So we still have a pending order, a buy stop here in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so this could still be only a temporary decline here. As you can see, the price moves somehow sideways here in the short term. It has failed to reach the S1, the weekly support, 154.51, and now it's trading in the green. And let's wait. Yeah, right now I'm talking about the GBP versus the Japanese yen. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we have here a buy stop above this immediate high, right? Because the bias is still bullish here in this one, as you can see. Uptrend, temporary decline, maybe a sideways movement, consolidation again before maybe the pair will jump higher again. So that's why we decided here to place a buy stop, pending order, and let's wait and see. I will come back to you guys and I will update you in the VIP Telegram group once the position is open, when the price will reach our entry level. Okay, so here the price has signaled that maybe the bears are exhausted, so we have something like a channel here, a continuation pattern. So maybe the price will make a new higher high here to jump and close above this high 155.08 to jump above our weekly pivot point. Then maybe we'll have also a potential upside breakout from this continuation pattern. So something like this could really signal an upside continuation here in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Okay, yeah, if the spread is too high and you believe that you cannot take it, or you cannot risk by taking a position or to open a trade recommended here by us, please don't. Okay, and please guys, again, don't risk more than 1% of your account on a trade. Okay. Okay guys, so let's take a look on the euro versus the US dollar. So I will delete this one from here, one moment. So if you remember from my yesterday's video analysis posted into the VIP Telegram group, also on our YouTube channel, I've told you that the price of the euro versus the US dollar could come back here to retest the weekly pivot point 1.2175. If you remember guys, I've told you that after this rally the price could come back to retest it, and if it will stay above it, above this weekly pivot point, above 1.2174, maybe it could increase further, but we'll have to be careful here at 1.2193, and I really believe that maybe a valid breakout, a new higher high here in the short term could really signal a further growth here. Okay, Khadija Ahmed, we talked about gold, but I will take a look again on gold. I've told you that right now maybe we'll have to stay away from gold after today's loss, after today's bad trade, because it is not okay to jump again on gold right now after that bad trade. We'll have to wait for a new signal, for a confirmation, for a new entry, for a good maybe buying opportunity, or for a selling opportunity. But I will take a look again for you. Yeah, Hamza, we'll talk also about US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Thank you guys. So here, personally, I believe that if the price will stabilize here to make a new higher high, maybe the price will continue to increase. And I've talked about the DXY, and I've told you that if the DXY will continue to drop, then this pair could continue to increase, guys. And I told you that the pressure is still high on the DXY, on the US dollar index, so this pair could maybe continue to increase. And on the other hand, guys, if the price will maybe drop, stabilize below the weekly pivot point and to make a new lower low, then maybe the price will drop again towards 1.2133, towards 23.6, and let's wait and see here as well, guys, because we have maybe something here. You could have something like a range, a temporary range here. An upside breakout could bring us maybe a new long opportunity, or a downside breakout could maybe signal a further decline in the short term. Okay, Andrew, please trade Nasdaq in the future. Yeah, we will take a look also on Nasdaq. Yeah, so that's it here for euro versus the US dollar. Let's take a look on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, guys. So we had an important decline, an important drop. The price is located right below this uptrend line, but is still traded right above this one here. So personally I believe that here the price of the US dollar versus the Japanese yen could decline further. Yeah, only if the DXY will jump higher in the short term. Okay, or if the pair will make something like this to make a valid breakdown here below this uptrend line, maybe we'll have a further drop here in the short term, but still for now the bias is still bullish despite this drop below the uptrend line, because we had here a false breakdown below the uptrend line in the past. So right now we'll have to wait here, and we don't have something here right now. I told you that maybe the pair will jump higher and continue to increase only if the DXY will jump higher, will increase. If the US dollar index will increase, the pair could continue to grow as well, and if the DXY will drop, then this pair could drop as well. Okay, so we don't have something here on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look again on the Japanese yen, on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. So this setup is still valid, guys. Let's take a look again on Brent oil. So I told you that our position is still open. We have here a strong bullish candle, and maybe the price will approach and reach our take profit, our target, guys, after this retest of the weekly pivot point. Let's take a look also on Bitcoin, guys. Very important, because I want to talk to you about Bitcoin. Maybe you are interested in Bitcoin as well. And unfortunately, the price of Bitcoin failed here to stabilize right above this immediate downtrend line, above the triangle's resistance. It has failed to stabilize above the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, 37,393.85, guys. Now it has stabilized it right below this lower medium line. It has retested the pivot point, and now it has registered a strong sell-off in the short term here. And if you remember from my analysis from my live sessions, you know that I've told you that if the price will stay and stabilize right below this lower medium line, then it could continue to drop. And right now it's pressuring the S2 weekly support 31,207.75. Also it could maybe hit 61.8 retracement level, which is seen as a strong support here. We'll have to wait to see here, but if the price will maybe close around these levels or below them, then maybe it could continue to drop here in the short term, again maybe towards this former low here. One moment. So we had this former lower low at 30,066, guys. Let's place here a static support, and we'll have to wait to see what will happen here around this support area, support zone. Very important. A potential breakdown below it could signal maybe a potential drop towards this warning line, the first warning line of the descending pitchfork, and maybe only retest, several false breakdowns with great separation, or any other bullish pattern here could signal a potential rebound here, at least towards this one here, towards this lower medium line of the descending pitchfork. So right now it's risky to sell it from here. It's risky also to buy it, because we have to wait here for a signal, and if the price maybe will make something like this, maybe to make something like a candle like this, to register a false breakdown to drop below this support zone to close above it, and if it will print a strong bullish candle right after maybe a pin bar here, then we'll have a confirmation that the price of Bitcoin could turn to the upside, could start increasing again. Okay, so we'll have to wait here, but let's take a look also on Ethereum, because when the price of Bitcoin drops, the altcoins drop as well. So here Ethereum, it has failed to stabilize right above this uptrend line. It has failed to approach, to reach, or to make a valid breakout above these immediate resistance levels. And I've told you that maybe a potential drop, a new lower low, could signal a potential drop here in Ethereum in the short term, guys. Dogecoin, let's take a look here on Dogecoin as well. A strong sell-off. The price of Dogecoin has found stronger resistance here at the medium line. I will delete this from here, all these drawings. So the price of Dogecoin has found temporary resistance and strong resistance here at the medium line, and now it could hit again the weekly support 0.2835. Also we have here the 78.6, also the 50% Fibonacci line here. So we'll have to wait to see here how the price will react around these levels, and maybe this decline could bring us maybe a new long entry, a potential long opportunity here in Dogecoin, but the pressure will remain high as long as the price stays right below this downtrend line, immediate downtrend line. And the bullish maybe signal here, a false breakdown with great separation, a bullish engulfing, or I don't know, any other bullish pattern could signal a potential growth here again. But all these altcoins, the Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, or Cardano, or could increase only if the Bitcoin will jump higher again. Okay, because personally I like to use this correlation. Maybe it's not a perfect one, but when Bitcoin is bearish, I don't want to be long on altcoins, guys. So let's take a look here on Ripple. The price of Ripple failed here to maybe register a new higher high to close above these highs here. It has found resistance at the 50% retracement level. It is still trapped within this descending pitchfork body, but right now it is at support. It has reached my lower medium line here, and let's wait and see, because maybe we'll have a potential rebound from here, from this lower medium line. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, if you want me to look on a specific market, let's take a look again on gold. I promised it. One moment. Someone asked me about gold again. We'll take a look on your messages. Thank you, guys. So okay, so let's take a look again on gold. We don't have something here right now, and technically if the price of gold will really stabilize right below the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, maybe to test, to retest, to drop, to stabilize right below the weekly pivot point, then we could have something like this, something like a strong drop in the short term. But right now the bias is bullish. As long as it stays above the pivot point, it could close this candle in 1 hour and 24 minutes far above the weekly pivot point, so it could still register only a false breakdown with great separation below this static support, below this obstacle. So if the price will stay above it and come back maybe above the medium line, maybe we'll have a new long opportunity, a new buying opportunity here in gold. But right now we'll have to wait and we'll have to stay away from this asset, from the yellow metal. Let's take a look. So personally, maybe I will wait here for the price to move maybe sideways here in the short term within this range between 1903.93 and 1883.78 to move sideways, and maybe we'll have a new buying opportunity. Yeah, Noemi, I will take a look on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Thank you. So let's take a look. US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Unfortunately, the pair continues to move sideways. I will delete this one from here because we didn't get confirmation here. And once I'll get confirmation, maybe I will send you maybe a potential buying opportunity here in the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. But when I've talked about the US dollar index, I've told you that the pressure is still high. So if the DXY fails to jump higher, to register a strong growth, then the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar maybe will continue to move sideways, or it will maybe drop again towards these former lows here. Okay, right now it has tested and retested the weekly pivot point 1.2069, guys, and is still waiting maybe for a bullish spark here. Ani reverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour. I'm buying. So right now for me it is not a good buy here, only because I've told you that the pressure is still high on the DXY. Maybe something like this, if the price will move sideways to make a new higher high, but unfortunately we still have here an important resistance area, so it's risky, guys, to buy it, I don't know, from here to these levels here. Personally, I believe, and I've told you in my previous sessions, that a bullish reversal could be maybe signaled by something like this: the price to make a new higher high, to jump, to close, to stabilize right above maybe 1.2141, maybe to jump and close and stabilize right above 23.6, 1.2163, guys, before really deciding to increase. Okay, so we'll have to wait to see, because I told you that the pressure is still high here on the DXY. Let's take a look again. So personally, I would like to buy it maybe US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, only if the DXY will signal maybe a strong growth here. Okay, but as long as it stays here below the weekly pivot point, above this former high, below 90.17, it could maybe still drop, and a potential drop could send the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar lower as well. Okay, let's take a look also on the GBP versus the US dollar. So we closed our long position here in the GBP versus the US dollar here at 1.4177, guys, because you can see here that this level represents a strong resistance, static resistance. Okay, and yesterday we decided to go long on this one after this candle here, after this retest. The price has retested the lower medium line. It has closed it far above it, signaling strong buyers in the short term. Yeah, Nataf Wilson, 0.0001 is 1 pip in Forex. Okay, so we decided yesterday to go long here in GBP versus the US dollar, and our take profit was here at 1.4195, but after reaching this sliding line, after failing to maybe close around this high here, it has signaled that maybe the price could drop again, so that's why we decided to manage this position to close it with I believe 27 pips in profit, guys. Here, as you can see, the lower medium line still acts as a strong dynamic support. Another false breakdown here, the price increased, but now it's still located here below this weekly pivot point. We'll have to wait to see what will really happen on the DXY, as I've told you. Yeah, euro versus the Japanese yen. Right now we don't have something very good here on the British pound versus the US dollar, and once I'll have something, the bias is still bullish, okay, as long as the price stays above the lower medium line. But personally, and right now, maybe I would like to see maybe something like a potential maybe breakout from this pattern here in the short term. Maybe we have here something like a triangle in the short term. We'll have to wait for the price to escape from this pattern before maybe going long or maybe going short, but the bias is still bullish right now. We'll have to wait maybe for a new long entry, for a new buying opportunity, or if the price will drop, register a valid breakdown here below the lower medium line to maybe close below today's low. Maybe it could decline a little, but still 1.4099 is seen as a strong support here, static support. So we still have this range here, okay. So we'll have a great opportunity when the price will really escape from this range here. Euro versus the Japanese yen. Yeah, we had here something after its failure to reach the static support 132.85, or after failing to stabilize right below this medium line. Also we had this strong engulfing. Okay, Kingsley, hey, was it the only one that got pulled out on Brent oil with the stop loss that was given? No. And as I've told you earlier, our position is still open in Brent oil. Let's take a look again. So our position wasn't in Brent oil, wasn't closed today. Let's take a look again. So our position runs in profit right now, and it moves towards our take profit. So this is our real account. You can see here our real account. So we are in profit right now on Brent oil, and maybe the price will approach our take profit, guys, and then we will register a nice profit, 95 pips. Okay, right now this one runs in profit maybe around 65 pips right now. So our position in Brent is still open and it still looks very, very good. Okay, so if this one will hit our take profit, yeah, we will recover our small loss in gold, and we will also register some profit here on Brent oil. Let's take a look again here on the GBP versus the Japanese yen. So this one is still valid. You can see that here on the one hour chart, the price has registered, has printed a bullish engulfing here, a bullish signal, and this one is still valid. If the price maybe will make a new higher high, it will reach also our entry here, and maybe it will continue to increase, I've told you. Okay, so this one here, euro versus GBP, Japanese yen. I will take a look first of all on the Nikkei, on the Japanese stock index. This one continues to move sideways here. It has tested, retested the weekly pivot point. Okay, and if it will maybe stay above that weekly pivot point, maybe it will resume its growth. And resuming its growth here, the Nikkei, if the Japanese stock index will continue to increase, then we could expect that the Japanese yen to maybe depreciate versus its rivals. Okay, so that's why we are long in the GBP versus, we are not long already, we have sent a buy stop signal. Also we placed a buy stop in the British pound versus the Japanese yen, because the Japanese stock index is still bullish, and the potential growth here could maybe signal a strong growth also on the GBP versus the Japanese yen. Okay, yeah, Andrew, maybe because of the spread. It is not our fault. I've shown you our real account. We are still long in Brent oil with a nice profit. Okay, yeah, Annie, just think of your next trade. Yeah, that's okay. So euro versus the Japanese yen, right now we don't have something on this one here. Maybe we'll have something, maybe if the price will escape from this descending pitchfork's body, maybe if the price will make something like this, we'll have a new long entry, but we'll have to wait, guys. So these are only analyses, there are not setups, there are not trading recommendations, there are not signals. Okay, you have to understand this, that these are only analyses, this is only my opinion, and when we'll have something like a signal, I will come back to you guys and I will send you the signal into the VIP Telegram group. Milad Amid, so to make it clear for me, if Japanese stock index up, the GBP can drop? No. When the Japanese stock index increases, the pound versus the Japanese yen could increase, because when the Japanese stock index increases, the Japanese yen could drop, could depreciate. Okay, yeah, I think it is because different brokers have different prices. Yeah, that is why I can never trade in this. Yeah, we told you every time we opened something in indexes, on the US 30, on the US 500, on the US 100, on DAX, on UK 100, that the price could differ from a brokerage company to another brokerage company. So yeah, we told you that, guys. So here we don't have something right now in the euro versus the Japanese yen. We'll have to wait for something, for a new buying opportunity maybe. But right now we placed that buy stop in the British pound versus the Japanese yen, so we are covered here. And I told you that we are still long in Brent oil. A nice rally here. Yeah, and it could maybe approach and reach our target. Take profit, guys. Nasir, what about gold? Will it climb? I've told you that we'll have to wait. Right now, I don't know right now. And I've told you that as long as it stays maybe above 1,900 psychological level after today's sell-off, it is risky maybe to buy it. Let's take a look again on gold, guys. So I've told you that maybe a potential valid breakout above 1903.93 could signal a potential growth, or a potential breakdown here, a new lower low, could signal a potential decline, okay, in gold. But maybe the price will move sideways here between these two levels before maybe confirming a potential direction here, okay. And unfortunately it has failed to stabilize right above the medium line, signaling strong sellers. We'll have to wait here on gold, guys. If you have more questions, if you want me to look on a specific market, I will take a look also on the US dollar versus the Swiss franc. Let's take a look here. Drop only because the DXY has decreased as well, so we have a strong positive correlation between the DXY, between the US dollar index with this pair, US dollar versus the Swiss franc. So right now we don't have. Yeah, Andrew, let's have a range on gold. I would like to have a range on gold. Sideways movement followed by maybe a new higher high could maybe bring us something there, a new buying opportunity. Let's wait and see, because the bias is still bullish despite today's drop, despite the temporary corrections, retreats. Okay, New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. What have we here? What we have here? Let's take a look here. So I've told you in the past weeks that the price of New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar could maybe drop again from this upper medium line. You can see that we have something like an up channel here between the upper medium line and the medium line. So right now we don't have anything here on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. The price has failed to stabilize right above the pivot point, stabilizing below it, could signal maybe a potential decline towards the medium line, but we'll have to wait here for a new setup, for a new maybe opportunity. Let's take a look also on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Oh, Andrew, let's have a revenge, not a range. Okay, sorry, Andrew. Yeah, we'll have to wait on gold for a new setup, and we'll definitely maybe place a good trade on gold. Okay. Yeah, Giovanni, Brent very close to TP1, very close to our take profit. Yeah, Annie, UK 100. Let's take a look. Here we don't have something on the Australian dollar versus US dollar. I don't like it, so I will not talk about this pair right now. I don't like it. So UK 100. Thank you, Annie. Okay. It continues to increase around this lower medium line, so we'll have to wait to see here, because we have this resistance, static resistance 7119.8. yeah, you can see. So if the price maybe will stay below it, to stabilize below the lower medium line, to stay below this static resistance, to retest it, to maybe register false breakouts, maybe it could drop again, but right now we'll have to wait for confirmation here. I don't like it here because, yeah, the price has increased. It has reached our medium line. It has failed to stabilize above it. It has decreased, but it has increased above this lower medium line, around the lower medium line. So let's use also something like this, something like outside sliding parallel line here, okay, in this low. So I've drawn a sliding parallel line here. So this is our sliding line, guys. And as long as it stays, because you can see, okay, the price has decreased. I've placed this one here, and you can see here that the price of the FTSE 100, UK 100, has registered only false breakdowns below it. So as long as it stays above this lower medium line, above the lower medium line, above the sliding line, the bias is still bullish here in the short term, and only a potential, I've told you that maybe a potential valid breakdown, drop again below the pivot point, below this lower low, could maybe signal something here, but right now the outlook is still bullish here, and maybe something like this, maybe a new higher high, maybe if the price maybe will jump and close and stabilize right above 71.24, could maybe signal something like a potential growth here. We'll have to wait and see here, guys. Okay, on the UK 100, okay, if you have more questions, please guys, I will take a look also on silver, also on the US oil. So silver, the price of silver has decreased here, but is still trapped within this range here. I will delete this one from here, this uptrend. Also, so the price has decreased here a little within this descending pitchfork body. It has here registered only a false breakdown below the medium line, and right now is pressuring, is testing and retesting the 23.6 after failing to stabilize right above the weekly pivot point. So we'll have to wait to see here, but the bias is still bullish. The price of silver is located right above this broken warning line, which represented a dynamic resistance. Okay, so it is still trapped here between the upper medium line and the medium line. A potential maybe upside breakout from this descending pitchfork body could maybe bring us something strong on silver, a potential growth. What to do with TP1 on oil? Close the position. You can do whatever you want. For us, if the price will hit the take profit, our position will be closed. Okay, so if the price of Brent oil reaches our take profit here, one moment, TP 72.10, yeah, our position will be closed, guys. You can do whatever you want, but here we have a resistance area, and that's why we placed our take profit here below these former highs, only to take profit here because maybe the price could maybe decline again from that area, from that zone. Okay, and please guys, if you like our analysis here, the setup in Brent oil, you can like this video here live. It will be highly appreciated. Okay, so silver here, let's wait and see. The price of silver continues to move sideways, and maybe we'll have something like a new buying opportunity soon here in silver. Okay, maybe if the price will come back above the weekly pivot point, maybe to make a new higher high, or after making a valid breakout above the upper medium line, maybe we'll have a new long opportunity on silver, guys. US oil, US oil increases, rallies. One moment. You can see that the US oil has decreased to retest this medium line of the ascending pitchfork, also the medium line of the descending pitchfork. It was rejected by this confluence area here. It has registered only false breakdown here below the weekly pivot point 68.51, and now it moves towards this former high 69.97, towards this warning line, towards 70 psychological level, guys. Okay, so this one is still bullish. I will delete this one from here as long as it stays above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Test, retests, false breakdowns, so the bias is still bullish here on the US oil. Okay, let's take a look again on the DXY, and I will take a look again also on the economic calendar tomorrow. So we talked about the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Maybe the traders are waiting. Rob, Graham, closed my Brent trade. Good night. Yeah, good night. So tomorrow we'll have the BOC rate statement, Bank of Canada overnight rate. The Bank of Canada will release its overnight rate 0.25%, so it is expected to maintain its monetary policy. Also, US final wholesale inventories, crude oil inventories. We'll have to wait to see how the price of oil will react here around these publications, also around the BOC. Okay, so we could have something maybe tomorrow on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And I've told you that maybe the traders are waiting for something like maybe bullish spark, maybe for something here around the BOC to jump in to move the price higher or to push the price down. Okay, we'll have to wait and see, but I've told you that the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar is still under pressure. Here continues to move sideways, and I really believe that only maybe a new higher high here or potential breakout, valid breakout, this time above the 23.6 could maybe signal a potential upside reversal in the short term. Okay, honey. Okay, yeah, me too. Okay, I will take a look again on this one. For us it's still open. I'm glad that you took some profits from Brent oil. This is still open for us. Let's wait and see, and if we'll see that the price will maybe fail to continue its upside movement, maybe we'll decide as well maybe to manage this position. Okay, so we are here in our real account VIP learn to trade signals, more than 8% growth here in our real account, and we will continue to grow our account here, our real account, by placing good trades, profitable trades, even if we'll, I don't know, have small losses, register small losses, like today in gold. We are, I told you, more than 8.5%. Yeah, one more look, Milad, on GBP versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look. Thank you for being here, Milad. So I've told you that this one is still valid. We have a down channel. We are here around support. Let's take a look. So we have a support zone here, and maybe the price will fail to stabilize below 154.83. It could maybe move sideways, test, retest here before making maybe a new higher high, and the potential new higher high here could signal a potential come back towards this downtrend line, towards this down channel's resistance. And you can see here that a potential engulfing or its failure to reach the S1, also this support, could signal strong buyers in the short term. So this one is still valid, guys. and I will come back to you with updates, new updates about this trade, okay, soon. If we will decide maybe to move the stop loss at break even if the price will continue to increase, or to take partial profits to close half or something like this, okay. And in the end, I really want to talk again about the DXY here. So the pressure is still high as long as it stays below this pivot point 90.14. Potential breakdown below 350% could maybe signal potential drop. So yeah, Milad, one moment. GBP versus the Japanese yen again, only for you. Here, today's live webinar was only for VIPs, also because the Brent oil signal was only for VIPs. Also this one here, the British pound versus Japanese yen, is only for VIPs. So here we are on 1 hour, or let's take a look on 30 minutes if you want me to take a look on 30 minutes. So this one here could be considered something like a double bottom, right? And this reversal pattern, this bullish reversal pattern, could maybe signal a potential strong growth. And this one here, this pattern, this double bottom, could be activated if the price will make a new higher high to jump, close, and stabilize above 155.08, guys, okay. And right now you can see that we have a strong rally, strong bulls right now, and here closing above these former highs here on the 30 minutes could maybe really confirm strong buyers, a strong potential growth here, okay. Yeah, okay, so that's it here on the British pound versus the Japanese yen, and I've told you that I will come back to you guys with further instructions if the price will reach our entry, okay, after taking out this immediate downtrend line, after maybe closing above all these former highs. So this is still valid. Okay, guys, thank you again for joining me here at this live trading session. Please, guys, you can follow us also on Twitter. Sorry, guys, not on Twitter, on Instagram. Sorry, I'm a little tired. So you can follow us on Instagram. We'll post more content there as well. Also, you can visit our website. If you please also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you didn't subscribe till now. Please subscribe. You can comment, you can share our videos with your friends or on the social media. And here we have this link, Learn to Trade Go Premium, guys. Thank you as well. Thank you, Adam, Milad, Ani, Aline. Thank you, James. Thank you, guys.